Hello? What? No, I have to work that day. I'm seeing the movie at 7 p.m. Why don't I record it? Because I'm fucking tired. So I pre-record everything? Swear. No, swear. Swear that the intro will be done by Tuesday the 13th for my review. Okay, pre-record or I walk. How do you do, G-Pod crew? It's your Naughty Buddy Pud here, and today we're talking about Clerks 3. Today we're talking about the new Kevin Smith movie that honestly might even be something that I would call as his... Well, let's just say this. Let's go ahead and get into this by stating, if you're new here, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I hope you liked that epic intro. I put some work into it. I thought of it. If it's not there, then that means something happened, which it probably should be there. But my whole point to the whole thing is I was excited to see Clerks 3. As soon as I got off work, I went straight to the movies, sat down, really felt kind of awkward because I was still halfway in my work clothes, but I was in my Spider-Man shirt, so it made me feel a little bit at home. But what made it really strange was going back to that same theater that I did the Live from Behind show at, where I did Jane Silent Bob reboot, where I've done a lot, or 90% now, or 50% of my Kevin Smith movie watching whenever there's something new he made. So then the point of the thing is what is good about Clerks 3? Clerks 3 is what I think is the passion products, passion product or passion project of Kevin Smith that he may have always wanted to do, or in more akin to at home. I'm guessing that there was a lot of broken hearts and a lot of tears crying when he had his heart attack for a lot of people, knowing that they could have lost, as myself, Kevin Smith. And for those that are really big fans of Kevin Smith, that hits home, especially when it comes to the plot of this. As you know, and they show this in the trailer, this is the plot synopsis. Randall ends up having a heart attack, and because of his heart attack, he ends up making a movie as his final ditch effort. Who knew Randall making a movie with Dante and all his friends would seem so close to home, but yet hits so deep in so many ways that a lot of the things that they point out or they prod at, as far as whether it's funny or whether it's very dramatic, really does hit home because it's actually built into these characters and it's actually really true. It feels funny to say that, but it feels like Randall and Dante truly were those people based on, and they've lived that life. It's my point to the whole thing is I was emotionally and like emotionally charged for this movie, deep into it, comedically laughing my butt off. When you see it with fans of Kevin Smith, you're seeing it for what it really is, a prelude of joy to the fans. But more than that, a prelude to, hey, we are scared, life is short, let's make the best of it. I'm going to get a lot of slack from my friends saying this, but I feel like this, you know how Clerks is kind of Kevin Smith's magnum opus? This might top it. This feels like Clerks and Clerks 2 both got together, shagged fucking hard, and had a baby, and that was Clerks 3. Like, it's so meta, it's so observant of who it is, but at the same time, it knows what it needs to be, and it feels like it's back to that roots, but a little more crazier. It's like Clerks heightened. Like, it was so. I will always love Clerks 1. It will always be my baby. You know what I mean? I have the DVD and the video somewhere, but unfortunately, because I'm moving around and packing, I don't have it. So maybe if Mallrats comes out, I can throw out if the Mallrats sequel comes out, I can throw all the stuff out and show you. But this is the original, guys. This is Clerks. I remember when this first came out. We also had the Clerks X DVD. Then they had this regular Clerks DVD. Then they also had the VHS, which I have the VHS as well. My point to the thing is this. I will always love this. But god damn, does Clerks 3 come close to being as good or even close to being better than what this is? No, yeah, there's things that people are going to say because this is Star Wars. Clerks 3 is maybe like Mandalorian. In a lot of ways. I don't care what people say. I'm giving this a 9 out of 10. It's not a 10. It's a 9 out of 10. Anyway, I really want to go deep into it. Now, here's my thing. Before I even go into spoiler territory or talk about how grand the things of nature that came into it, I want to state this. I usually do my spoiler part with pictures and everything, but unfortunately, time is of the essence. I have very little time to do those kind of things. I can't be up all night. That's why I made that intro for you guys. Something special for you to be entertained. But now I'm going to bring out my phone of notes and talk about a lot of things. So I have 2 questions to ask you. First, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. It's quick and easy. So much love, so much love, so much love. And be warned that we are going into spoiler territory, ladies and gentlemen. So if you do not want to be spoiled, make sure you stop now. This will be the time to stop, guys. This will be the time to stop because I'm going to be talking about spoilers. A lot of spoilers. A lot. Stop the video. I know I have viewers that watch like John and my friends. Guys, I'm really going into deep spoilers here. Deep. Like, it's going to hurt if you listen, and then you're going to want to come back and see what I thought after you watched it. But with that being said, let's get the spoiler thing off the screen and let's get started with spoilers. Now, with the spoiler section, I wanted to go with videos, things of that nature. But God, man, I couldn't keep up with this movie. It was like a bombardment of Easter eggs. So we're going to start from top to bottom, what I have for all this, and you guys can understand what I mean. And boy, we have a lot to go through. So I'm just going to spiel through it. So first off, we see in the beginning, Jay does the booga dance. Now, if you're not familiar, booga has a dance that he does in Fortnite where he goes, ooh, ooh, ooh. Jay does that dance outside. That is his love for Fortnite. Jay, aka Jason Mewes, is a huge fan of Fortnite. And for him to do the booga dance was amazing. Next, we have the Buddy Christ kites, or Christ kites, which is just weird saying that out loud, that are being made by Elias, and those are actually the Buddy Christ you see in Dogma. So if you remember in Dogma, I can't remember the name of the character, but I can't even think of the name of the comedian right now. George Carlin. I promise you, I didn't Google that. My point to the whole thing is the Buddy Christ was the statue that George Carlin's character in Dogma ends up showing off as a friendlier Jesus. Next is the mom and kid. If you notice the part where Randall is talking to, I think it was Elias, and he's saying some awful cuss words and just saying some fucked up shit, you'll notice that the mom and kid are there. And the mom's like, that's fucked up, and the kid laughs. That's actually a nod to the original little girl and mom that were standing in the video store when Randall was naming off all those porn movies. By the way, did you know Randall did not actually want to shoot that in front of the kid because he felt uncomfortable saying those names of the porn movies with the kid in front of him? So they had to shoot it as 2 separate shots. Next is, I can't think of his name, Jason, I can't think of his name, but he plays in Tusk. He actually makes his appearance, Long, Jason Long, or I know it's Long something, I can't remember his name now. I apologize, actor. Not a big fan of yours, but I know you were in, I think it's Justin Long, I think it is. Anyway, he actually appears in the hospital as the nurse, and that's just a prelude to, again, Tusk, to Jane and Silent Bob Reboot, and of course to Zack and Mary Make a Porno. Okay, this is big. The woman that plays the doctor actually plays the girl in Mandalorian that actually is helping Baby Yoda and helping out Mando and everything. I love the chemistry between them when they're talking in the hospital, and Randall is, after his heart attack, is talking about how much he loves Mandalorian, and her being in the Mandalorian is like, has no idea what he's talking about. It's such a nod to the whole Princess Leia, you know, being that nun kind of situation that they're playing off of that, and I love it to death. So glad they hired her. She's a funny actress. I can't think of her name right now. A lot of these actors are going to be bad at it if I forget, and I do apologize, but I just love her, and I love the nod to that. Okay, so now we go into the names of doctors they name off. Doctor Strange, Marvel World. Dr. Zaius, that's the monkey from Planet of the Apes. Doctor Who, you know who. Doctor Who, I'm not a fan though, dude, but you know, it's Doctor Who. And then Batman, she actually quotes, with great power becomes great responsibility, which was actually Spider-Man's line, not Batman's line. I love how she's messing up all this stuff when I think she's actually a really big geek. Next is the funeral casket scene. There's one point where they talk about the casket that got knocked over. This is actually a deleted scene from the first Clerks movie that they reference as for him to put it in this movie, or Randall's movie. So there's a couple of deleted scenes that got put into this movie and talked about. Okay, you'll notice that Randall does this little thing with a snap and thing, and doing the rubber band thing. These are all nuances of Kevin Smith that Randall said that he would do himself. So when you see him doing that little snap or messing with the rubber band, these are all things that Kevin Smith does that Randall literally used to become a director, to become Kevin Smith's character. Jason Mewes says click Commander. Nod to Jane Silent Bob Strike Back. 37 dicks, you get that one. The number 37 gets dropped a lot, and if you don't get the reference, well, you need to watch the first Clerks movie, but I'll tell you anyway. Basically, Veronica, the girl you meet later, that's supposed to be hosting or be part of the movie, yeah, in the first movie, she sucked 36 dicks. And that was including Dante, which actually was 37. Yeah. Randall calls Dante a hideous fucking chud, which is another nod to when he calls himself a hideous fucking chud in Clerks 2 because of the way that his ex, or the woman that passed away, I can't think of her name right now. I'm having a brain fart on her name. But anyway, that he just calling the chud the way he calls himself and everything. Another great line that's used around by Randall a lot, shit or get off the pot, which is a line in the original Clerks that he just uses. Now I want to get into the OG actors. Plural. What I mean is they even talk about this at the thing. So I didn't get to say in the spoiler review, but I got to see a special version where it had behind the scenes and a beginning video with Kevin Smith that was fucking beautiful, by the way. And all the actors, every single actor that was in this movie that was a customer, are customers that were in the old movie too. They brought back every customer for those shots. It's amazing how much they did replaying those shots. Freaking amazing. Okay, so there's the actor from Hollywood. There's a reference to He-Man. These are all, by the way, these are all references to things that happen with the actors. So these are all the actors. We have Ben Affleck, the guy that yells sailboat. All I wanted to see is sailboat. That was a Mallrats reference. I don't know why it was in this one because it's not Clerks, but I'm glad they brought it up. Scott Mosier. We see Scott Mosier. I'm trying to be an actor on stage. Machete himself, as well, actually saying he has a machete. The Milk Woman. The Milk Woman returns, but then what they do at the end with, which I'm just going to say it now, I was going to save it for later. They changed the milk woman into his daughter, Harley Quinn, which I just freaking love that they did that. And finally, Silent Bill, which ends up being Silent Bob anyway, is played by Bobby Moynihan. Now, people might say, oh, they made him Silent Bob because he's Bobby Moynihan. Oh, no. It goes deeper than that. See, on Saturday Night Live, which, by the way, if you don't know, I actually asked as a question during one of my special events, which, by the way, I'll leave a link to the video at the end of this video. I have a special documentary on Kevin Smith that I'm a part of. But anyway, during Saturday Night Live's days, Bobby Moynihan actually at one point during a Family Feud episode played Kevin Smith. Did all the Kevin Smith things. It was the only time that he ever played Kevin Smith, but he played Kevin Smith. And then in this movie he plays Silent Bob, or Bill. But it's about the same thing. It worked. I'm so glad that Kevin Smith recognized him for that and did that. Now we have the Egg Guy, played by Walt Flanagan from Comic Book Man, and of course one of Kevin Smith's close personal friends. I liked seeing him back as Egg Guy, looking at the egg. It's so good about certain things they did. But let's just continue. Next is the Elias and transform. He can transform into a Christian over to a Satan worshiper. That's just a joke on the whole Transformer thing from Clerks 2. All the times you see Jay and Bob reference old lines that they say, or say lines that they never would say in the movie, or say lines that they said in the movie, but they said they would never say, which literally is, like Randall said, is everything that he says. So Jay playing Jay is more better Jay as Jay would ever be as Jay. I think I broke my head on that one. Veronica said she went to acting as a minor and majored in oral, which is really funny because she sucked 37 dicks. And then just to capitalize on the 37 dicks, he looks at Veronica and says, you don't look a day over 37, and then they fuck the hell out of each other. Okay, so at one point after the whole fiasco where Bob actually talks about what he knows, I love how Jay and Bob both talk about how they were both on 2 movie sets. What they're referring to is 2 things. Actually, if something else is canon, it'd be 3 movie sets. But the 2 movie sets they're referring to was when they went to in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, where they were on all those movie sets. I'm counting that as 1. Then there's the Scream cameo too. That would be 2. But then Degrassi could be 3. But they said 2 movie sets, so I guess maybe Degrassi is the one that's not canon. I'm not sure. And then we have the whole thing where he talks about how Randall or Dante talk about he sucks his own dick, and the guy goes, in a row? Definitely a line from the old Clerks movie. Of course, the deleted end scene, the one where Dante gets killed. How ironic, huh? Actually, now that I think about it, holy shit. Fucking ironic. At least it was a gunshot, but fuck. Lando is Mark Barnardine from Fat Man on Batman. Okay, am I the only one that was really hoping for the scene from the Clerks animated series when both Dante and Randall run back to the freezer? Now, I know it was a very dramatic scene, and it really upsets people because of the way Randall treats Dante in that scene. But, hardcore fans like myself are hoping, are we going to get the freezer scene? Are they going to get locked in the scene? That would be great. Unfortunately, we didn't get that. When they're in the movie, the movie store, the video store, you notice that Jay's wearing a Hater Tots t-shirt, and Hater Tots are the things from Jay and Silent Bob reboot that Fred Armisen's character gives away in his ride in an Uber. Austin Zadger as Blockchain Coltrane. That's Elias's friend in there. Now, the reason why I want to bring him up is when they get to the funeral scene, where where Dante passed away, which really did tear me up. You'll notice that Harley Quinn Smith, Kevin Smith's daughter, is there, and she's at the funeral. But she looks over at Austin Zadger, aka Blockchain Coltrane, and gives him this look when he's with Elias. That is a subtle hint to their relationship. A lot of people don't know that Austin Zadger is actually dating Harley Quinn Smith, and that's one of the reasons why he got in the movie. But that's not the only reason. But that's the reason why she kind of gives him that look, because, well, they're dating, and it's a nod to that moment, I guess. And then the last 2 things, ladies and gentlemen. The last line Randall says to Dante is, you're not even supposed to be here. And he's talked about he's not supposed to be at that funeral. You're not supposed to be in that casket. You're not supposed to be here today. And that line was literally quintessential I am Iron Man for the USQ universe. I never thought about until now but I'm not even supposed to be here today is I Am Iron Man for the View Askew universe. And in the end, Dante wasn't the one that said it. Randall said it. You're not even supposed to be here today. And then we end with Harley Quinn as the Milk Lady, as Jay and Bob go up like heights. I love this movie. I may have not teared up or anything like that, but I really, truly, truly love this movie. Alright guys, there it is. I know this review was short and sweet and wasn't full of plenty of meat. Jay would love that line. But I can't be up too late. But I enjoyed the hell out of this. So happy that this existed. Somewhere in some world I'll be able to do these reviews a lot better. But hopefully the intro alone got you interested in sticking around and enjoying the review. I loved this. I'm so happy that this movie exists. It'll be in my collection. I think I'm going to go see it again. I'm hoping that the new Weird Al movie will come into theaters so I can go see that. Maybe see this movie, prior to that. I'm not sure. I'll make it a movie night. Weird Al and Kevin Smith, best night of my life. But anyway, guys, I want to thank you all for watching. This was a beautiful, beautiful movie. I'm so happy that it exists. And as always, I'm Putty with the G-Pod crew. And you know we do reviews like this because we love Clerks and Kevin Smith too. We ain't forgot about you either, Jay. Everyone have a good day. Peace.